Ancient Greece is often remembered for its grand temples, legendary philosophers, and dramatic theaters. But what about the everyday towns where people lived? How were they designed? And what influence do they have on modern cities? Let's take a deeper look into the heart of an ancient Greek town. The town was primarily residential, with homes separated by narrow streets. Greek houses were usually made of mud bricks, an inexpensive and widely available material. But the layout of these homes was special. Instead of long hallways and enclosed rooms, most Greek houses were designed around a central courtyard. It was like the ancient version of your living room, but outdoors. A space for the family to gather, gossip, or even get into a little friendly debate. And depending on how wealthy you were, this courtyard could be as simple as a place to eat, or a mini paradise with fountains, sculptures, and lush greenery. But one thing's for sure, everything revolved around that space. In these towns, everyday life was just as important as the grand civic events. There were vibrant marketplaces known as agoras, which were the beating hearts of social and political life. Citizens gathered here not just to shop, but to engage in discussions, hear news, or vote on important matters. It was an open-air space, usually surrounded by columns, where democracy was truly brought to life. Remember to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts on how Greek towns affect where you live today. The Greek towns weren't just about homes, they were social hubs. This design prioritized public spaces where people could come together to interact and participate in the community. Public squares, theaters for performances, and areas for athletic competitions were all part of the town's layout. These spaces weren't just functional, they were designed to foster a sense of connection among citizens and support the flow of everyday life. Well, hold on tight, because the ancient Greeks were way ahead of their time. The street grid system that first showed up in places like Priene, it's everywhere today, from New York's iconic grid to Barcelona's beautiful boulevards. That genius planning wasn't just cool, it was revolutionary. The layout of streets, the thoughtful placement of homes, and public squares were all designed to maximize both practicality and beauty. Public squares? Greek. Courtyards and homes? Greek. Mixed-use spaces where you live, work, and play? Yep, you guessed it, Greek too. These fundamental elements of design were born in ancient Greek towns, and their legacy still shapes how modern cities function. We still build urban spaces where social interaction is encouraged, where people live close to work, and where public gatherings can take place. So, the next time you walk down a street that seems strangely familiar, you're actually walking in the footsteps of ancient visionaries. The next time you stroll through a square or find yourself in the middle of a perfectly planned neighborhood, take a second to appreciate the legacy of ancient Greece. They didn't just build temples, they built the blueprint for the cities we call home today.